Action.
Well-known pimp.
Action.
Narcotics king.
Drama.
Big-time racketeer.
LoveLine.
Back in full force.
LoveLine is meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain action, intrigue, exotica, or even sexually oriented content.
Come on, baby.
Listener discretion advised.
Come on.
Now, here's LoveLine. In this corner, Adam Carolla. And in this corner, Dr. Drew.
All right, phone number 1-800-LOVE-191, fax number 310-854-4455. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. He's not the love doctor. He's not some quack. He's not your Aunt Connie who gets drunk and gives out advice during the holidays and family gatherings. He is a board-certified physician and a frickin' addiction medicine specialist.
Thank you,
I've had
Adam.
anal sex.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
What do you
Also,
need from me, Adam?
Nothing.
Just all right.
Once in a while, I like to sell you in the off chance that you may compliment me one day.
I'm
but
looking for the chance. I am.
Okay.
You're gay.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Drew. Tonight, our guest is the fabulous Ice-T. Now, there he is. You know Ice-T from rock, from rap, from movies, from television, from lectures, from books. The man does it all. And tonight, he's putting one more feather in his pimp hat. He's got a big fedora filled with feathers, and he's putting one more in. He is entering the world of not only pay-per-view, but the interactive website on the computer. And we're going to get into all that. First, let me just take care of a little business. I gave the phone number out, right, Drew?
Yep.
Let me just say that coming up next week is Jon Stewart, Larry Flint, Steve Gutenberg, and Cake will be in here. So, again, producer Ann has just busted her little hymen and got her just chocked the show filled with comedy and celebrity guests. And like I said, tonight is no exception. The great Ice-T is here. All right, so, Ice.
Yeah.
This thing is running on, is it on all cable stations? Can we all get it?
Yeah, it's on Action Pay-Per-View right now, but it's going to be on a whole bunch of different channels because we shot like 100 shows. But it's buck wild. It's naked women. It's cool.
I had myself to the trailer today.
Oh, you checked it out?
Yes, I did. I got a little 5-minute promotional copy. I checked it out. He had one of the Extreme Babes on there doing her thing.
Kind of cool, right?
How can you argue with nudity?
No, what happened was in my travels and stuff I do, I always run into these women all over the world, and they're always trying to get into show business. So I had to find an outlet for their expertise.
Right.
So what happened was I just told them, I said...
Quite a humanitarian, Ice.
I usually walk up to them, one of my first questions is, do you have a problem taking your clothes off? And they said, and the ones that say no, I put them on my show. And what happens is when you watch the show, 6 girls that I just met walking down the street or wherever I was at a concert, stripped bare, butt naked, and then what you do is you vote in and you pick the winner, and the winner continues on in this big contest to see who's the most extreme babe that I met. So I'm always looking for new girls. I'm looking into Control Room right now.
Drew uses the... I don't know.
Who's the guy running the board right now, by the way?
Who's that's engineer Mike minus the crotch that he had sewn on his face for many years. He shaved his goatee off. Speaking of the guy running the board, I brought in the video that Ice's people dropped off earlier in the week, and I put a little the little intro on a cart so you can get an idea of what to expect. So, engineer Mike, why don't we hear that?
That's right, baby. It's me, Ice-T. I have my beautiful co-hostess, Julie Smith. Tonight, I'm going to take you into my world. A lot of you guys out there, you meet me, you say, Ice, what's it like, man? You're a rock star. You do rap. You act. Is it all girls? Is it all sex? Is it all excitement? You damn skippy it is. So tonight, you're going to roll with us. You get to see what I see. You get to live what I live. So come along with me to a place you've never been before, where women are all nude.
I've never been there.
That's why you gotta check out the TV show. You know, it's cool. It's for like $5 you get to see.
Yeah, it's $5.95. Or you could spend $55 and watch Tyson fart on McNeely and have him fall over.
This will get you more excited, I guarantee you.
Yes.
This is something to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And like I said, hey, for $6, you know, I mean,
And
how
it's-
wrong could you go?
And these aren't professional girls. This is the cool thing about it. These are chicks. I mean, like, I'll just jump out of the car and I give them the number and they'll go over here and they'll shoot their little thing and it's cool, you know, and they're competing and it's fun.
Right.
You know.
So these
no one
aren't-
is forced into doing this.
These aren't prostitutes. These aren't. These
Yeah, I
aren't
didn't say that. I mean,
strippers.
they might be prostitutes. No, they're not. They're just. I just happened to see them. It's not like they went to a cattle call or anything. I had to personally meet them in a mall or in a supermarket or
Right.
in traffic, and I jump out and I say, hey, you want to be on this TV show? And we get them and we book them and we film them, and it's incredible because people don't think these girls are just walking down the streets like that, but they are.
And at the end, like Ice was saying earlier, you then vote. You call in an 800 number. You vote for the one, and the winner then moves on to the next.
Yeah,
is
but
it
they
next
don't.
week's
Yeah,
competition.
they don't really win anything. They don't win anything. The girls don't. They just get to be on the show longer, you know, and maybe somebody might see them and they get married. I don't know. They get to be in movies. I don't know what, you know, it's exposure. It's
Right.
fun. It's just something fun to do.
Right. All right. So also, then you want to talk a little about the website before we take some calls?
Yeah, what happened is we also, you know, I've been investigating the internet for the past couple of years, so I decided, well, look, I want to get in. So we opened up my website, which is worldwideweb.icet.com. And if you open that up, it's porno again. You get to see naked. I got naked women in there. I got live rooms. My website is so cool because, like, you can hit this room and there's girls in there getting down right now as we speak. And then
Well, let me
you
just
can
go
talk
over
to 'em.
a few of these rooms. You have the interactive live video room.
Right.
You have
That's the coolest room.
Well, I don't know. The interactive live sex room sounds all right, too.
Well, live video is you see what happened yesterday. Live sex is when you can actually tell the girls by typing in what you want, and they'll do it right on your video screen. They'll do anything.
All right, so you got to learn to type with one hand. And
Right.
there's the strip on demand room. There's the fantasy review room. There's the online movies, adult delights. There's also the Dr. Drew room where he checks a 6-year-old's prostate. That's just to kind of, you know.
Dr. Drew don't look too happy about that one. He gave you a funny look.
He's not a big fan of the sex
Just so
rooms.
people know, Dr. Drew didn't dig that joke.
All right, so you want to take some calls, and we'll get more into the website,
Yeah.
more into the pay-per-view as we go along.
That's why I'm here to take some calls.
Jennifer, 20, you're on LoveLine with Ice-T.
Hi.
Hey.
My question is for Dr. Drew,
Yeah.
and I'm wondering if it's possible for you to have your period while you're pregnant.
Can you bleed while you're pregnant? Absolutely. That is absolutely the case. You're not really having your period, but you're bleeding. It's called first trimester bleeding.
But you wouldn't know necessarily,
You
right?
wouldn't necessarily know you're pregnant. It could be a threatened abortion, meaning a near miscarriage. It could be a tubal pregnancy. It could be a lot of things that can cause that.
Because I keep really good track of my menstrual cycle,
Right?
and I did not have it for the month of December
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. But
All right, so did you get one of those home tests?
no, I've not gotten a home test yet.
Okay,
Well, you got to go do that.
go
right?
do it.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, listen. This is not just sort of a glib answer. You have to go find out if you're pregnant, because if you are pregnant and you're bleeding, that's a very serious condition. Okay? You'll need to see it. If you're pregnant, you need to walk that moment, call a doctor and go be seen. Okay? This is serious. Do you understand? The tubal pregnancies, things like that, can be life-threatening. Jennifer.
Okay, Jennifer.
Jennifer.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're not pregnant. Obviously, you're freaked out about the
Well,
possibility.
what's
of
up with you, Jennifer?
Well, I've been pregnant before,
Mm-hmm.
so I kind of know what it's like in the beginning.
Do you feel like you're pregnant?
I did. Now that I've started bleeding.
Well, maybe you already had the abortion. Maybe you already had the miscarriage.
No, I haven't.
How would you know that?
I guess I don't.
Yeah, you
All
don't
right,
know.
Jennifer, just go down to the Thrifties, drop $12, and go get tested.
And I would even go further. I think you might as well go see a doctor, such as it is. If you think you were pregnant, started bleeding, then you stop feeling pregnant all of a sudden, sometimes there can be what's called retained products of conception, things left behind.
Condoms and whatnot?
No, things like tissue and things that can get infected.
Kleenex?
No, human
Okay.
tissue,
All right.
fetus tissue.
All right, I'm cool, Drew. Mike, 17, you're on LoveLine.
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey.
How you guys doing?
Good.
Yeah. I kind of got a problem and a question, all at once. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, you're quite a novelty here, Mike. What's your question?
Yeah, anyways, I talked to you guys a few weeks ago, right, about this girl. I told you about I met her on the internet, I don't know, you probably don't remember it, but anyways, are you guys listening?
Yes, we're here.
I swear to God, I'm going to hang up on you, Mike.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
All right.
See, I'm seeing this girl, right, and we've only been actually going out for a couple days, but we've been seeing each other for, like, a little under a month here, and, we're having sex and stuff, and, she's kind of, I don't know, she's into girls, too, and also group sex, like, so.
This will be interesting, because maybe I still have a different perspective than I normally provide with people like that.
Well, I'm hoping before the night's out, he's going to identify the freak chamber. Last time he was here, he spoke at length about the freak chamber, but then he left us hanging by not telling us where it was.
But this guy got a freak chamber going. Keep talking.
All right, well, all right, so she's into girls, and, she wants to have, like, group sex with me and my friend, right? This is the guy that I'm talking about, my friend.
Right.
And, I'm kind of cool with that, but, like, I don't know how to feel about it if, like, it happens and she also, decides that she wants him and this and that, So I'm kind of leery about doing it. But, and also what's freaking me out is she wants to get with my sister. And, I don't think that's going to be cool, like,
Remember, this is somebody who's known for a month whom he met off the internet.
Right.
Nice.
Right. Yeah, but I don't know. She's pretty cool. We've been seeing each other for a while.
Here's where psychiatrically disturbed people can project their chaos far into the environment. That's what
It just seems like you just hooked up with like a real swinger, dude. It's like she's like trying to do you, your boy, your sister. You
have a dog?
Yeah. I wouldn't. You got to know. What do you want from her? You want her to be your girl?
Yeah. I don't know. We have a decent relationship. We can talk about anything, and I don't know. It's just like the sex gets in the way.
And let me tell you, when someone says, "I'd like to go down on your sister," you can't talk about anything because it don't get any deeper than that. There's nothing that goes any further than "I want to go down on your sister."
And if she's bisexual and she likes girls, no matter what you do, she's gonna dig girls. That's just part of it. It's not like you can change her.
Right. I don't have a problem that she likes girls.
But she likes guys too.
All right, so Mike, here's the situation.
Yeah.
She's probably not the kind of girl you take home to mother because she ends up dry humping mother's leg. You understand?
I didn't like
that. She may have some problems.
She's kind of girl to take to a party though.
Mike, you're in way over your head, pal. Way. This is if this is somebody you enjoy and are friendly with, and this kind of behavior doesn't disturb you, fine. But if this is somebody you're going to get emotionally involved with, you are in for a world
I
of
wouldn't
hurt.
look at her as potential wife material.
Yeah, somebody who's very disturbed.
Well, I didn't plan on marrying her.
Well,
you can hook her up with my website, and she can get a job. She's really live. We can put her on Extreme Babes.
Yeah, she sounds like someone who could make some money.
Well, she's only 17, so.
All right,
Mike, be very careful.
I didn't say that.
You're in. You already have some reasonable instincts about the kinds of conflicted feelings you can get by being involved with her and somebody else, a third person.
All right, but if you're going to get involved with a threesome, for Christ's sake, get another woman in there. Don't get one of your buddies in there. You end up blowing them before the night's over.
But look who she wants to bring in is his sister.
All right, but not your sister. Excluding the sister.
Yeah, this is a very, very disturbed person.
Yeah, I think Mike is sexually in over his head.
Yeah, I agree. We agree.
But you know what? Well, the thing is that he's emotionally over his head because he's kind of getting involved with this girl. He kind of cares about her. He's getting jealous of his friends being involved.
Let me give you a hood.
News.
Can I give him a hood comment?
Sure.
You already got yours though, dude. So you got off. So it's cool. At least you got some.
I don't know that he got any.
He said he got some. So whatever.
Are you right, Mike?
Yeah, he said they were having sex.
Oh, there.
Okay, that was it.
All right, I'm good. Drew, you want to give a quick hood comment before we move on?
I mean, that's the worst thing of it, but whatever. I got to say it.
Erica, 18, you're on LoveLine.
Hi.
Hey.
I'm just calling for a little advice on a situation that happened, I guess. When I was in between the ages of 8 and 10, my stepdad at the time, he sexually molested me, and so did his dad. And
you mean your step grandfather at the time?
Yeah.
Oh
my mom's not married to him anymore. She has a new boyfriend now, so he's not my stepdad anymore. But at the time he was, and I'm 18 now, and there's like a law that I have 2 years to convict him, of sexual molestation.
What do you mean you have 2 years?
Well, there's like a new law that like once you turn 18, like me, I myself have 2 years to like convict any like sexual molester of like.
What state are you in?
Right. So you have the rest of your life to shoot him.
Yeah, but
What state are you in?
I'm in Minnesota.
Okay.
All right. How old were you when him and Grandpa did this?
Between the ages of 8 and 10. I don't remember exactly what age I am.
All right. Hold on a second. Just imagine this for a second. For her, it's her stepdad and her step-grandfather. But for the guy, it's him and dad. Meaning,
Yeah.
it'd be like you and your pop.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
That's the worst.
How bizarre is that? Erica.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and first off, I blame your mother for bringing these two into the family unit. I absolutely do. I wish, and
Yeah,
Drew,
but she's
stop
a victim
with that
too.
puss.
Mom is as much of a victim probably as Erica.
Okay, but
What do you want to bet Mom was sexually abused too?
I don't know, but I told her, and I just recently started going to counseling because I just felt so overwhelmed by all the stuff that I kept.
Right.
Keep going.
All right.
Go for years. Go for a long time. It takes quite a while to work this stuff
I
out.
told my psychiatrist and I told my mom, but my mom doesn't believe
Your
me.
psychiatrist has to report it. Okay.
She didn't. But
She's
Well,
in this stage.
Don't you want to prosecute to the fullest extent of the law?
Yes.
I don't know. That's what I called on advice about because I just know that he's like a really physical, abusive person.
And who knows who else he's abusing
when
out
he
there.
was married to my mom, he used to beat everyone up, and he used
All
to
right.
beat my mom up and everything.
Listen. You need to. Guys like this need to get off the streets because let me tell you something. This is no hobby. When you're into sick stuff, that's what you do sexually. If you're a pedophile, you're a pedophile. It's no different than being gay or heterosexual or like me being into the large breasts. Whatever you're into, that's what you're into. It doesn't matter how much who tells you it's bad. It doesn't matter if someone threatens you. That's what you're into because you're twisted, you're sick, and you're bent. And believe me, this guy's gone on to do more of this, and I'm sure his dad is involved, and I'm sure his dad got him going on it in the first place by doing God knows what to him.
Sounds like she's scared to tell, though. I mean, are you scared?
Yeah, I'm scared because I'm moving out in June, and he knows where I live, and he has I have a little brother who's like, and that's his dad,
Oh.
And I'm scared for him too because like I don't know if he does that to him too, or if his grandpa does that to him, And my mom doesn't even believe me that this happened. I told her, and she thinks it's a joke or something.
All right, so she's just in heavy denial.
Yeah.
All right, here's what. You're going to therapist.
Yeah.
You need to talk to your therapist and say, listen, I want to prosecute. I have a younger brother I'm worried about. Mom doesn't believe me. I mean, you got to lay it all out on the table.
You got to discuss with your caretakers whether or not it's appropriate for you to begin to pursue it. I suspect since this is something that you can't prove, you may not get very far with it, but it really becomes up to the mental health system to go after this guy and survey him, so that your therapist and your psychiatrist become responsible to contact social services, and they're the ones that then have to go in and watch this guy and make sure, be responsible that he doesn't hurt anybody else. Not Erica.
Yeah,
Erica's done her job by reporting.
You know what we need in this country, guys? We need you remember that show, The A-Team? Mr. T and all those guys running around, and they would ride around in a van, and they take special assignments. They worked. They were above the law. They did the things that the law couldn't dirty their hands with. That's what we need. We need a team of mercenaries, assassins that we just give them a list each month, and they're like the Orkin Man. They're just exterminators. They're pros. They follow a guy for a day, just put a bullet in his head, and they move on. We don't crowd up the court system. There's no moving testimony. She doesn't have to relive it. It's just a bullet, and we move on to the next case. You with me, Drew?
The Fourth Reich is being generated right here by Adam Carolla.
Joe, 30.
Yeah, Adam, I got a little advice I need. I got myself in a situation. I'm married, and gal that I'm casually acquainted with started flirting with me. And
what is it, Quaalude night here on LoveLine? Did every caller just take a Quaalude and wash it down with a fifth of Jack?
No, just a couple of oneers.
Okay.
Anyway, she is way out of my league, but I'm thinking this is the one time I'm going to get something like this, and I ought to just go for the gusto.
You're all man, Joe. All right.
You shouldn't get on the radio and send out a telegraph about it, though. You're going to get caught like this.
I can hear the wife loading the rock salt into the shotgun as we speak. Joe, so here's what, let me just see if I got this right. You've been married for a little while.
Correct.
You're not the world's greatest looking guy. Just go with me here.
Sure.
You don't make a whole bunch of money.
No.
You're not like Ice-T traveling around in a Bentley, picking up hot-looking chicks and putting them in nudie videos.
No.
You're just a regular Joe, pardon the pun.
Factory working Joe.
Factory working Joe. You got married because you figured, look, this is all I got. Someone to love me, a warm body, albeit a big body, but a warm body to sleep with at night. Had a few kids. You don't look too great. Now, and you never did get the cheerleader in high school.
Never.
Now you have your opportunity for a fine piece of ass. Something that, as you say, is way out of your league. And you want to know whether you should seize the moment.
I think I should.
No.
I need moral support.
Don't do it. Joe, do not do it. Do not do it.
right.
You will live to regret it.
Do you have kids?
No.
Okay, that is even Drew concedes. Drew gave a little nod there, like, well, all right, maybe a little quickie during lunch.
Maybe you ought to reconsider your marriage, really.
Nice. What do you think?
No, the marriage is great.
It's a judgment.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's a judgment call. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like he's got to make his own. This is a decision that nobody can make for you. You know, if you're married, if you got a woman and your boys are telling you, yo, let's go out and do this, you still like the doc says, you're gonna have to live with it. And it doesn't seem like
Boys
this.
will worship me for this one.
Yeah, but have you ever? You've never done nothing like this before, right?
Right.
You don't know who this person is either.
Yeah,
There's a person there. It's not just an object.
It could be a man
That's
for
gonna
all
lead to.
you
Right,
really
who
know.
knows?
No.
Okay.
Nah, I mean, you know, I wouldn't do it if I was in your position, seeing how if you get busted, what's gonna happen? Your wife it'll be over, right?
No, her family is so dysfunctional, she'll just think that's normal.
Joe, this is just pathetic.
Joe's like, it's okay to steal from retarded people because they don't know what the money's worth. Right. You're quite a philanthropist, Joe. All right, listen, Joe, I got to compromise. Everyone's going to love this, especially Ice-T. Here's the situation. You have a fling with this chick from work. You're liable to screw up the work situation, and you're liable to screw up.
Not from work.
Oh, okay. I thought you knew her from work.
No.
All right, just shut up and listen.
Where does she strip?
Nowhere.
Huh?
All right.
Oh, she doesn't strip.
Where do you know her from?
Huh?
Where do you know her from?
A bar.
Okay. All right. So she's a class act. Listen, Joe. Here's the situation. If you screw around with her, you're liable to screw up what you call a good marriage to a crazy woman.
True.
All right. Now, on the other hand, you want to see some babes, you want a little eroticism, you need a nice outlet. I suggest the Ice-T pay-per-view special. This is a happy compromise, and you're really providing a service at this point.
If he gets on the website, you know, he can actually talk to girls, and they'll do anything he wants.
Right.
You just can't touch him.
Right. There's no wife coming down on you. There's no pressure over thinking you're being cheated on, and there's no crabs,
like
herpes, or anything else.
Cyber slavery. You can just say, lay on the floor. They'll lay on the floor. It's incredible.
Completely safe. It's like you're having the greatest sex in your life, but your penis is sealed in the mason jar. There's no fingerprints. There's no nothing. This is a good compromise.
But it's like a bungee jump, dude. I mean, if you don't do it, you're going to spend the rest of your life, and you're never going to be able to concentrate on your woman because you're always going to be thinking about this one situation. So you gotta, I don't know, you gotta figure it out. Sometimes maybe you might have to get this woman out of your system.
Now, I say he gets it out of his system via the pay-per-view or perhaps the website, and that way the marriage stays intact.
How hard is she coming on to you? I like to know.
I got rid of him.
She's flirting.
He thinks he can get her, which I don't necessarily trust.
Sometimes real hot chicks just get off flirting with people just to get them to step out of the realm and then just dump you.
All right, we got to go to break. Drew, you want to sell the hell out of the next call, and then we'll be back?
Drea aborted in November and is having postpartum mood disorders.
No. Come on. Come up with something.
Right,
something stuck in someone's ass or something.
Wiley and his male boss is hitting on him.
Okay, that's good.
Right.
LoveLine.
And so, the man stretched.
LoveLine. We'll be right back. So leave a message at the beep.
right, here with the great Ice-T, purveyor of film, TV, rock, rap. There's nothing this man doesn't do, including pay-per-view, and he's also broken into the interactive websites. That number for the website is www.icet.com, and that's where you can find. I checked it out the other night. You punch this thing up, and you go to all these different rooms, and you basically tell them what you want them to do.
It's crazy.
It's really. We are, the day is not far off where people will no longer have to go to Nevada to get sex. I mean, you just do it in your living room. I mean, no one is going to leave the house. Everyone's going to have their own sex chamber with some sort of, interactive video wall and one of those holograms and everything. Everyone's just going to have, and everyone will be able to bang Cindy Crawford.
Well, it's cool. The cool thing about it is, like, when you watch movies, right? You're watching a movie, they're involved with somebody else, but with my stuff, it's live, so you're in direct contact with the girl or whoever's inside of the room, inside of your computer, and when they talk back and forth to you, it adds to the adventure.
Right. Now, are you having a one-on-one with this girl, or some fat guy in Kansas City got his pants down and doing something to her, too?
We have two rooms, right? One room is usually a man and a woman, and the other room is usually two women.
Right.
I could have had a couple men in another room, but since I don't get down like that, we decided to keep it on this side of the fence.
It is Ice-T's. Your name is on it.
Yeah, but it's
Tommy Toon's name is not on this thing. Ice-T's name is on it, and he wants to go with the good luck.
The girl room is fun because they're more into making the guys happy, so they'll spank each other and lick each other's feet and stick tongues.
Are these women?
They're nice looking.
From the adult movie industry that are doing like these projects? I mean, doing the interactive stuff?
I don't know who they are. They're just freaks.
But not freaks like three breasts, just freaks
just
like
freaky. They just
right.
freaky. They get down. They're like, I guess they say, anything that comes through this computer, are you willing to do it? And they're like, yeah, you're hired.
Oh, okay. All right, but you got to look good naked.
Yeah.
Right.
Or at least look good through a lens.
1-800-LOVE-191 is the phone number. 310-854-4455 is the fax number. We're going to hear something new from Body Count. I just got this CD handed to me.
Yeah.
And that's not coming out till March, but we'll play something new off of that coming up. So we are just, it is just a big Ice-T fest here tonight. Wiley.
Hey, what's going on?
21, you're on LoveLine.
Yeah, what's going on? I got a problem at work. Ice-T, I just want to give a shout-out. You're bomb. Everybody at George Mason, listen and everything. I got a problem at work. I got a manager. He hired me. He's very suggestive towards me, like homosexual, like that he wants to date me. He wants to take me out. He's asked me over his apartment.
Okay,
He's
so
bought me food at the restaurant.
This is sexual harassment.
Yeah.
If he doesn't stop when you say no.
I'm not sure if it's sexual harassment, but it's just like flirting. I mean, it's kind of like a mix in between.
Did you tell him no?
No, I haven't told him no because I've had like not interest, but I've had like which like I get free stuff out of it. And I want to like I kind of want to push it. I want to push it till the end. I want to like say like he gives me like free dinners and stuff.
Let me tell you who's going to be pushing what to the end. He's going to be doing some end pushing, Wiley. Believe you me.
Hey, Adam, it's not like that. I mean,
it ain't yet, but it's going to be by this weekend.
Can I tell you, no.
What do you think this guy likes to do? Just spend money on Chinese food and court guys? He wants some.
It's at a rib joint. It's at a rib joint. I don't even like ribs. Okay, this is a deal though. Okay, like
you like something.
when I tell like I give him like
you like kielbasa?
No, it's
all
not
right.
Even like kielbasa.
You better get used to it.
No, it's at the end. Like lately, it's been like since he's getting a vibe from me that I'm not into that stuff. I mean, I like my women. I like looking at girls and stuff, but I'm not into that guy stuff. And he's like, and I tell him, I'm like, hey, look, okay. I don't tell him, but I give him the feel like I'm not into that stuff, and I'm telling him, and he's getting a vibe.
Dude, let me explain something to you, right? I mean, if a guy is hitting on you and you know it, usually you kind of let him know it's not cool, like right off the top. You don't keep letting him do it for a rib dinner.
No. No. It's not like that. I mean, he just kind of gives it to me. I don't take it as like a piece of him. I say, like, oh, that's cool. Thanks a lot, And then he takes me back into his office and everything. He's telling me, I don't want you to have the the idea that I want to sleep with you and everything. But now I get I'm confused because I have like the cooks in the back. I have the wait staff saying oh, he's my boyfriend. But I know they're kidding around.
Let me tell you a story, right? I'm not going to mention any names, but when I got signed to a record label one time.
Okay.
And the guy that signed me said, "You got these incredible eyes, right?" And right off of the bat, I just let him, from that point on, it was like, okay, dude, that's really cool, and I don't get down like that, and, if we're going to do this deal, that's cool, but, I'm straight at 6 o'clock, partner. It's not,
right.
Don't
right.
do that.
See,
or I'm not going to want to be down with this,
Right.
But
you're sending the guy a mixed message.
Yeah, you can't do that.
And here's the
I'm
deal.
not giving the guy mixed messages because when I go to it, I'm a waiter, and when I go to a table, I'm like, oh man, you gotta check these girls out at this table.
All right, but listen. He wouldn't keep going if he didn't think there was going to be a payday.
Adam, let me tell you the second part of the story, okay? Like now he's giving me all this attitude and stuff because I'm not into that stuff. I'm not into that. But yet, behind the scenes, when we're in his office and everything, he's giving me all these
Well, that's why the doc said it could be sexual harassment because if you have to go his way in order to get treated correctly, he can't get down like that.
Oh no, but I don't treat him correctly. I don't even let him treat me correctly. But I don't know if I should he's not even our boss at work or anything. I don't know if I should go to the higher management or if I should write a letter.
Yes, go to the higher management.
Go
to your personnel office, human resource people.
Right.
There are laws against this.
Doesn't that risk some sort of job jeopardy or something?
Hold on.
If no rib dinners, you can run out of them.
No, I don't care about
these days. I don't know what the company is, but these days the companies have a far greater liability than you have potential of losing your job.
Yes.
I know, but the money's really good. I'm a college student. I got honestly.
Here's our advice to you. Here's our advice. Very simple. Be very clear to him. Very clear. No mixed messages. Don't accept gifts. Be real clear, real professional with him. Tell your superiors, tell your personnel office, report it, make it clear what's happening, and leave it be.
Yes,
That's the same thing you'd have to do with a female-male situation.
Absolutely.
If the boss is hitting. It's like you have to be clear because guys don't know. It's if I'm flirting with a girl that works for me, if she's laughing and giggling, I think it's cool. She says, please stop that. Don't do that to me.
Right. It looks at you seriously.
I don't dig it. You got to be dead serious.
Right.
Then if I continue, now I'm out of bounds. But, you can't just play along with nothing.
Yeah, and plus, listen, and why is everyone with the worst jobs worrying about losing them so much? You work at a freaking rib joint. Big deal. So you go across the street to the Colonel. I mean, come on. You're slinging hash at a rib joint. How good a career is that?
That's not where he works.
College student.
That's not where he works.
Said he works at a rib place.
He's a waiter.
He's a waiter at a rib place.
Oh, maybe
he's going to get a slab in his ass if he doesn't. He doesn't watch himself.
He said something kind of peculiar, I like my girls. I'm not into the guy stuff. That's not really as hard as some guys would. I mean, didn't sound too definite,
Yeah, let me tell you this. And
I like my girls. I'm not into.
I don't know.
I ain't with men.
Let me tell you. Maybe you can help me since you're the street philosopher. Perhaps you can help me figure this one out. And then we got to go to break. But gay men, and I have some gay friends, and I ask them, how do you know when a guy is gay? And they go, don't worry, we know. Because I say to them, you don't want to waste your time hitting on straight guys.
True.
You're never going to get any, right? They say, don't worry, I know. So when a gay man sets his sights on another guy and he keeps going, to me, sometimes I think maybe this guy's spidey sense is tingling. Maybe he knows a little more about the person than maybe even the person knows about themselves.
That's true. That happens in prison, too.
All right, we're going to break.
This is a test.
Okay.
LoveLine will be where?
New York.
No, you idiot!
Hey.
LoveLine will be right back.
I'll do that if you don't mind.
Hello, this is Rod Stewart, and you're listening to LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. Keep listening, you're going to hear everything you want to hear and all the answers to.
All right. Philosopher, entrepreneur, pimp. Ice-T.
That's right.
He's on the show tonight. We're talking about the pay-per-view, Ice-T's Extreme Babes. We're talking about the Ice-T's website on the internet. Also, Ice-T's, well, I guess you call it Ice-T's band, Body Count.
Yeah.
Has themselves a CD. It's not out until March, but we have it. Now, the name of the CD is Violent Demise.
Yeah, Violent Demise / The Last Days.
And why don't we hear a little something off that, a little LoveLine preview. We're going to play the number one cut.
Bring It to Pain. This is a little sexual record I made for the girls.
I'll wait till you're done. All right, so drop your pants and enjoy Body Count.
Laid eyes on you, I knew a close encounter was inevitable. Now we're alone, your eyes staring deep into my soul. Together we sit in darkness. You know I want you. Your voice sounds like a god in my head. You know I am you. Don't ask my name, it don't matter at all. You know that love just ain't my style. I feel the heat of your lust in the air. We have no choices left. As you walk into the vampire's eyes, let me bring it to pain. 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 You say your love is a spiritual thing. I hear you. You lick your lips like a lioness. I fear you. You touch me and my blood runs cold. Am I the hunter or hunted? God put us here together tonight. You can't escape fate. Let me bring it to pain. 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 My tongue journeys deep inside you. Your juices arouse me. I am your slave tonight and forever. Dominate me, rape me. You orgasm, so while it's a trip, we come together as one. You say you gotta have it hard and rough. Is this rough enough? Let me bring it to pain. Let me bring you to pain. Let me bring it to pain. Let me bring it to pain.
Body Count. You can find them at Knott's Berry Farm at the Good Time Jamboree Theater, March through the summer, delighting the kiddies. All right, that will do not rush to the record stores tonight. That will not be out until March.
That's right.
You have a date, early March, late March, or just March?
No, it's in March. The record was supposed to come out last year, but we suffered the death of our drummer. He died from leukemia.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Beatmaster V. So
How old was he?
Like 34 years
Oh,
old.
it's horrible.
Yeah, so we had to push the album back. We got our new band together, so we're gonna come out in March. So, but the album is, you heard it. You gonna play another song later, maybe?
All right. We're not doing enough plugging?
No, it's cool. But it's interesting. That was one of the more laid back tracks, but it's hard, So.
I like one of them. Track 7 is Dr. Kevorkian.
Yeah, that's a crazy record.
Well, if it doesn't have the F word and the S word, we will play it. Yeah, we'll play another one.
All those are clean versions.
Oh, okay.
Clean version,
right.
Not clean virgins. Clean
right.
versions.
All right. Well, you pick a song and we'll play it in the next
hour. There's one on
hour.
here about OJ right here called "I Used to Love Her." You might get off on.
Okay. Well, we'll play that coming up in the next hour.
Okay.
Yeah, you got a lot of sex in your eyes. You absolutely do, and I take that as a compliment.
Okay.
Me, I don't have that much sex in me.
Because you're busy letting it out 4 times a day.
I drain my sex manually from myself on such a regular basis it doesn't have a chance to build up. I think if I let myself go like 3 days or 4 days, I'd probably write a song like that. But just when I'm sitting down at the Casio, I just spank it and that's it. Now I'm ready to go to bed.
That's right. Save you a lot of money, man.
No kidding. Drea. All right. 19.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
I have a question for the doctor, and it's a it's a really weird situation, and if anybody else can give me advice on what I...
All right, go right to it.
Okay. November 1st, I had an abortion.
Mm-hmm.
And my boyfriend and I decided this because we essentially felt we couldn't provide for the child. He is 28 and I'm 19. We both have full-time jobs.
How far into the pregnancy were you?
9 weeks.
Okay.
And the problem that I'm having and have been having since is we found out and then did the abortion a week after we found out. And I wasn't entirely resolved to the decision. I wasn't entirely comfortable with it.
So you were pregnant for 2 months without knowing it?
Yeah.
That's not uncommon.
It isn't?
No.
Okay.
I mean, think about it. If you get pregnant at the beginning of your cycle, you miss a period.
Yeah.
And then you spend 2 weeks going, gee, should we check it out? Now you're 6-7 weeks pregnant.
Yeah, but I cycle so regularly, Drew, that I would know.
All right.
And ever since then, I have a lot of young children and babies in my family. I'm in my stepsister's 32, and she has a 2-year-old son, and she's pregnant again. She would have been due at the same time I would have been due. And it's like I'm really attached to babies and the idea of having a child, and I'm depressed.
Sure. Sure. I mean, look, unfortunately, our culture doesn't talk about or recognize or educate young women on the impact of having an abortion. I've yet to meet a woman, it's very unusual to meet a woman who is not affected by an abortion. Not only are there psychological issues, symbolic issues of what you might have done, what the sort of philosophical implications are, but there are biological issues here. I mean, there is a tremendous biological attachment between mother and child, and there are tremendous biological changes that occur from pregnancy. Even if the pregnancy is terminated, there's still these huge biological hormonal shifts that occur that when the pregnancy is terminated can bring on depression, right?
Right.
So it would be expected you'd have depression. Now, some women can have profound depression.
Mm-hmm.
Usually that is more the result of the biology than the psychological or philosophical issues.
Meaning your body thinks it's pregnant, your body goes
Your body
into
is pregnant, and then it's gone, then it's over. And the same thing could happen. And the same thing could happen, by the way, with delivery. I mean, postpartum depression is a very common kind of depression. These are caused by these huge biological hormonal shifts that occurred for women.
And I also read in a book about pregnancy that postpartum depression can last up to the first year.
It can. Well, I'm not sure what the exact technical definition requires, but I think any time in the first year after pregnancy, if you have a major depressive episode, it can be considered postpartum depression.
So, I mean, is what I'm going through, could that be considered postpartum depression?
At least partially. That's my point.
Okay.
That you at least 3 or 4 issues here, and some of it is biological, i.e. postpartum depression.
Yeah.
And I think you might want to pursue some treatment for it, because postpartum depression can become terribly intense. Some of the most profound depressions I've seen have been postpartum depressions.
Okay. Anthony.
Yeah, hi.
22, you're on LoveLine with Ice-T.
Hi, I see. What was it like to work with Jello Biafra on the freedom of speech, and how that all came about together?
What had happened was, I've been like off into different punk groups and stuff, especially, Dead Kennedys and all the stuff he had been doing with Alternative Tentacles. And I had heard these spoken word records by Jello Biafra. So I was talking to the guy who was running my label at the time, and I told him, I said, I wish I could get a hold of this guy. And he said, I know Jello. And basically we hooked up, and he was really cool. I mean, I guess you know a lot about him, but the guy knows all kinds of secret stuff about the world and stuff. And we just hit it off, and he put it on the album. And ever since then, he's come to every one of my shows where I've been up in the Bay Area. It's real deep dude.
What is he doing? Because he was the lead singer, I guess, of the Dead Kennedys, and he was around because there was some lawsuits and stuff like that, and he was a real sort of rebel.
Yeah.
For mostly, I guess, in the late 70s, early 80s, but I haven't really heard that much from him lately.
He's got a label up north called Alternative Tentacles, and they put out Lard and Tumor Circus and No Means No and all these punk different kinds of ill bands.
So he's kind of going behind the scenes and doing that.
Yeah, he's singing in them. He's buck wild, man. Jello Biafra is outrageous. But he's the man, He'll sit up and tell you stuff like, did you know the jeans you're wearing are connected to Christian fundamentalist groups that are,
right. He's like, hey, Jello, I'm trying to get stoned and you're bumming me out, man.
Right, yeah.
Let's just watch more Dukes of Hazzard.
But he
mellow
knows what
out.
he means. He knows what he's talking about.
I know, I know these guys are brilliant, but it's like your head explodes every time they open their mouth.
Right.
I like just looking at breasts and watching the TNT channel there, a little Dukes of Hazzard and some Love Boat, calling it a night. And now, of course, the Ice-T pay-per-view. And we'll be back after this.
Think happy thoughts. Make this music go away. Happy thoughts.
Happy thoughts or no, LoveLine will be right back.
All right, our guest tonight is the great one, Ice-T, and Dr. Drew will join us as soon as he's done shaking the dew off the lily. I'm Adam Carolla. This is LoveLine. We'll be back in 10 seconds.
This is LoveLine on
radio station.
Phone number for LoveLine, 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. This is Ice-T. He has a pay-per-view special that's basically just running ad nauseum. It just runs. There's no.
It just runs. Right now, it's on Action pay-per-view. It's on Direct TV. It's coming up. They're showing the promos and stuff, but it's cool.
Right.
No show is the same. Every show is a different contest.
Right. Ice-T's Extreme Babes, and then at the end you can phone in a 1-800 number and vote on the Extremist Babe.
Yeah.
And here's the good news: $5.95.
It's cheap.
Yeah,
it's cheap. You could do it over and over again, but it's worth it. I mean, these are some bad girls. I mean, you're gonna want to see this. It's like they're hot.
How long is the show?
I think the show's on for an hour or so. So
right.
You get to see each girl. She does like a pictorial. It's totally nude.
Right.
It's worth your bucks.
Yeah, and like I said, people spend $45, $50 for a heavyweight fight that lasts 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, and if you know how to work with yourself, man, you can really turn it into an evening.
Oh, I'm guessing most of the people work alone who will be watching this. Yes, they're self-employed, as it were.
Yeah.
Bianca,
Yeah, I just wanted to let you all know that you're fornicating whores and you're going to hell.
All right. Wait a minute. That was it? It's the name of the next Body Count CD.
That's that. That's the B-side. We're going to play that next.
We haven't gotten one of those religious wackos in a long, long time.
8 months.
But I did want to explore that fornicating part with her. Matt.
Hi.
17. Hey.
I sort of have a weird problem, I guess. Today, I was making out with my girlfriend. We've been together for about 6 months now, and the topic of sex has been coming up. I mean, she's been, thinking about it and telling me that she'd like to, and I have some moral and ethical problems with it. And
what are the problems you have? What's the problem you have with it?
I'm religiously I'm opposed to it before marriage. Just because I think it's a special thing, and
how about a blowjob?
Up for that.
You're up for that?
Up for that.
That's what I love about the religious folks. They can always find a way to kind of, the religion, most people treat the Bible like they treat the tax codes. They really do. It's like, all right,
He didn't just say he was up for the blowjob. Did he just say that?
Matt?
Yeah?
You're up for that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right, because there's nothing about it in the Bible.
No, of course not.
No, it just says fornicate.
Yes. So
I'm out.
That's right. You think Jesus would be smiling when you're getting a blowjob, Matt?
No, but
All right. But you're 17 and you may not be married for a while.
Yeah. So
Okay.
anyway, so today it we were getting kind of into it, and it we almost did actually have sex.
Let me stop with that discussion. I don't want to let that discussion go because historically, oral sex came way after intercourse. That's something that most cultures considered as bizarre and deviant, and that they didn't even have to bother mentioning in the Bible because no one would do that. That was too bizarre.
Right.
It's a very strange time we live in.
Ham was not being blown by Mary.
No.
As far as we know.
No.
Okay, Drew's saying no because you don't want to go to hell.
Wait a minute, let me get out. It was getting good. They were getting down.
All right, so you're getting down. You're finding the freak chamber.
Yeah, we're just about to maybe start going into it, and luckily at the time my dad came home, so we had to kind of pack up, and nothing really happened. But we were about to without any protection, and we'd been discussing it later, and she said that she'd been researching. She'd researched it, she'd read up on it, and that there was only like a short time period in which you could actually get pregnant. I mean, you could.
Matt, that is true. However, no women can tell when that time actually is occurring.
And no women can also tell when you can catch a disease too.
That's right.
It's like,
but I'm a virgin, and she's only had one other partner, and he was a virgin at the time too. So.
All right, but the fact is, yes, there's a couple of day window there when you can get pregnant, but you can't tell when the egg is available. There's no way you can tell. It can be when she's bleeding. It can be before she bleeds, just after she bleeds. It can be day 18 when it's supposed to be.
I know when women ovulate.
No, you don't.
I can thump them like a melon and tell, like a sexual green grocer. I was chuckling when Matt said his dad came home and he had to pack up. Packing up, and I know what it's like to pack up when you got that wood going. It's like trying to get an ironing board into a Samsonite. Stuff. I can just see poor Matt trying to stuff that thing back in the jeans, and the penis doesn't know what's going on. The penis, hey, what's going on here? We're just getting it and just getting going. All right, so Matt, yes, that is the situation. Believe me, many, many callers we've had over the months have not been able to time this, and I'm guessing you can't time it any better than they could.
But look, if you're going to do this thing, you have to admit to yourself that you're going to do it and prepare for it.
Yeah,
Don't be so overwhelmed by your ambivalence about it that you don't prepare and then you get her pregnant.
Right.
Come on.
Well, it went against everything that I'd actually ever heard, so I was very confused about it. But I mean. Yeah, I mean, it was very one of the reasons that I.
You can bet if you don't use a contraceptive, she's going to get pregnant.
And also, if you say you don't want to have sex until you're married, stay clear of these situations because once you get a little bit too excited, you will become insane, and at that point, you won't really know what's happening.
Right.
You're going to go crazy. If she gets it going too hard, you've lost control. You'll lose it. So stay clear. Don't grind. Just stay clear.
Right. There's a certain
good point.
There's a certain point when the penis takes over and says, "I'll take." Hey, Matt, I'll take it from here. Please. I understand what's going. You read the Bible over there. I'm getting some over here. It's sort of like it's like saying, I was at church and I was trying to make myself sneeze, but I didn't quite. There's a certain point when you're sneezing, you're going, and you cannot stop yourself. So don't sniff pepper if you don't want to sneeze. All right.
Nice try.
All right. I'm not writing a book, so shut up.
But normally you are very funny.
All right. Well, the ironing board and the Samsonite,
That was good.
like
That
at least
was
an
good.
8. Come on.
I'm looking for the opportunity to compliment you. I really am.
All right. Thank you. Dave, 21.
8.5.
Thank you.
What's up?
Hey.
Adam, you rule.
Thank you.
Hey, I got this situation. A couple years ago, I started dating this girl, got pretty serious, fell in love. You know, unfortunately, I went through the Adam Carolla, pain thing, break up.
Sure.
Stalking, right.
Anyway, throughout this whole thing, I became pretty good friends with her sister. And now, I'm, off and on for the past 2 years, I've been kind of, attracted to her. And the thing is, I haven't been really attracted to anybody else except for this girl.
Hold on now. How old was your girlfriend when you broke up?
She was 16 and I was 18.
And how old was the sister?
Pardon me?
How old is the sister?
That means
well, that's one thing why I've been kind of relaxed.
12.
to
Pardon
about
me
it.
means,
She's
yeah.
17 now, and I'm 21. I just barely turned 21. And so that's
2 years
really,
younger.
just kind of like, backing off. But
Continue to back off, Dave. You're screwing with the relationship of sisters, and she's too young.
I like when people try to lessen it. Like, well, I just turned 21 in November, so.
well, no, my birthday was January 10th.
Whereas my license may say 21. In God's eyes, I'm still 19 and a half.
I don't see the problem. Where is there a problem here?
Where's the problem, Dave?
Is it right? I mean,
To like somebody's sister?
Because
girls do it all the time. Girls jump from brother to brother all the time.
But think about 17 and 21.
Well, that's not the
17. When she turned 18?
Thinking,
Wait a minute, senior in high school and a guy who should be graduated from college.
Come on, 17 and 45 is still in
Well,
the ballpark.
well, yeah, you're right.
It's a sick ballpark, but it's a ballpark.
I have a question.
Well, when's she going to turn 18, Dave?
She's a senior, but she's not going to turn 18 until she's in November next year.
She's 16.
She
isn't
just
Dave?
turned 17.
Yeah, it's not.
she's
It's
17.
illegal though. That is illegal.
That's and let me tell you, it's 4 years.
Depends on the state, but yeah.
It's not the biggest 4 years. But it's illegal. Is kind of the problem.
In
Now,
most states,
as far as you and the sister, that's natural because you're attracted to this person for probably a lot of the same reasons you're attracted to her sister. I mean, they probably look similar. They have.
Actually, they don't look a thing alike. I mean, they're totally different.
All right, Dave. Don't F with my points, please.
Oh, okay.
You know I'm going in a certain direction. Let me try that again. They probably look similar.
No answer is good.
Okay, that's fine.
It's not really. See, the way I look at it, say your name. What's his name?
Dave.
Dave. The way I look at it, I don't see anything wrong because I used to hang out with a group of brothers. My buddies, there was 6 brothers, and their girlfriends would hook up with one, and next thing you know, she'd be going with the other brother, and it happens. You know what I'm saying?
It's a proximity thing.
Girls do it.
It's like ice. It's like when you're 10, your best friend is your neighbor. Or the kid who lives across the street. Is it because this is the greatest guy in the world? No, it's because he lives across the street, and all you got is a big wheel.
And you can't get to anything.
You can't get to anything. You don't got the Mercedes or Range Rovers or
you gotta be
Learjet.
careful. You got to be careful. The younger sister's just not acting like she likes you to get at her older sister too. It could be some other things going on with the.
All right,
between the sisters.
Yeah.
So don't rule it out, but don't necessarily move in for the kill just yet.
On the streets, we'll say pump your brakes for a year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, bleed a little fluid out of the line.
Pump your brakes. Slow up for a year. Let her turn at least.
What are we doing with that button over there?
I don't know, True, relax.
We're about to take us to break.
All right. Do you have to scrutinize my every move?
Take them both to the freak
If you'd
room.
done that to us, yeah.
Did I do it?
Nelson.
Yeah.
Hi there.
You're 14. You're on LoveLine with Ice-T.
Yes, I've been going out with this girl for 5 months. Hello?
Yep.
Yeah.
And,
Okay. Hold on a second. 5 months. Okay.
And, she, how do I put this? I can't really get close to her when she like wants to get close to me, but it's hard for me to get close to her.
Emotionally close.
Yeah.
Oh, emotionally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why is it difficult for you think?
I'm just nervous or something.
Okay. But, you're 14. It's normal to have all kinds of uncertainties and confusing feelings about relationships. I mean, that's what relationships are really about at your age, is experimenting and finding out how you feel and who you like and who you are in a relationship.
Nelson.
Yeah?
Is this your first girl?
No.
No.
How old is she?
She's 14.
All right, 13. Okay. And what are you guys doing? Are you kissing and stuff?
Yeah, but the thing is, I can't kiss her back. The only time I can kiss her is when she starts it. Then I can return the emotion.
Can't initiate things.
Yeah.
All right, so you're a little pent up. You're a little guarded.
Nervous.
That's natural.
Yeah, nervous.
Yeah, it takes a little while.
Last time we had a call like this, you gave him a big pep talk.
I did?
Yeah.
All right, well, screw Nelson. I'm not going to do that. All right, let me tell you something, Nelson. All right, I'll give you a little pep talk, only because Drew forced me to. When you're young, 12, 13, 14, you're like a new tire. You understand? You still got the wrapping on you. You're round. You can see a little tread through there. But you're a little slick. You're a little skittish on the road. And you have to put a few miles on yourself before you start really breaking into the groove, getting the mileage and the cornering that you'd like, especially sexually. You understand, Nelson?
Yeah.
Now, it's totally natural for a young guy to be that way. I mean, everyone goes through it. It's awkward. You're just getting into it. Yeah. Even the great and sexual Ice-T over here.
No, I once again, you're 14, man. I don't see a problem because I know guys 30 years old that can't, that feel uncomfortable with women. It's not, it's not that easy. It's not easy, it's not easy.
But here's the good part. You're talking about it at 14.
Yeah.
You're calling us, you're telling us about your emotions, you're telling us about your discomfort, and you're wide out. I mean, it's all out, and you're telling us all about it, and that's a real healthy sign because that means you're the kind of guy by the time you're 15 and a half, 16, you'll have all this behind you.
What grade are you in?
I'm in 8th.
Yeah, so you're even moving faster than me, and I'm super Ice-T, but I mean, I don't even think I had a kissing girlfriend in the 8th grade and stuff.
All right.
It's not. I made you feel good, right? It makes me feel like you're getting it. I'm like, nah. It's. I remember when I was like, I think in the 9th grade, I met this girl and I liked her, and all she wanted to do was walk me, and she walked me to death. She just wanted to walk, and I come to find out she was just walking me by her ex-boyfriend's house so that he could see us walking together to make him jealous. And then she went with him, and he knew what to do. I thought walking was something.
All right, so all he was doing is walking at 14. I was whacking at 14, and God knows what Drew was up to at 14. Probably started with a W, I guess working. But the point is, Nelson, you're well on your way. You understand?
Yeah.
And by the time you're in the 10th or 11th grade, you will be a prince while everyone else is going through the stage you're going through now.
I'll tell you what might be interesting. Does she seem to be a lot more advanced than you?
A little, yeah.
Just maybe, women like sensitive stuff. Just tell her, hey, I'm not, I feel, tell her. I mean, and she might help you. It might be fun.
Yeah, you guys learn together.
Yeah, just let her know. Say, hey, I dig you, I like you, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm not no big man. I ain't been, with that many girls, but I'm digging you and help me out. And it might be, I even use, that line sometimes.
All right.
Now.
Okay.
Yeah. And the next one is you want to be in a pay-per-view special. All right, Nelson?
Okay.
You're well on your way. Believe me, you're fine.
Okay.
All right?
Okay, thanks.
All right.
Bye.
Help me. I'm uncomfortable.
It's interesting. It's interesting how quickly men can get thrown back to that place. I mean, as I'm feeling my own feelings and watching you guys, all of a sudden you're 14 again.
Yeah.
That was a very, very unpleasant. For men, that's a tough time.
I mean, you remember how much courage it took.
I mean,
to ask a girl
Ice-T
out?
was an awkward 14-year-old 5 minutes ago.
There was a girl that lived up at the top of my stairs, and I used to watch her come down the stairs. I had her picture And I was so bad that I had took her picture and wrote something on the back to myself, like she had wrote it to
Right.
me.
Yeah.
And I would look at it like she really wrote it. And I don't think I ever got a chance to talk to her.
Yeah,
And I saw her later, and she still looked good.
I put a hole in the centerfold once. That's as much destruction I did to his. I've done to a
Move
picture.
the legs, see if there was something up under there.
I know, but it's just such a bizarre and awkward
Sears catalog.
But it's interesting.
I mean,
no matter
anything.
who you are as an adult, boom, you're there again. Just talking to a kid who's going through
National
that.
Geographic.
Men are tossed right back to that again.
All right, let's talk to Margaret, 27.
Yes, I have a question.
Yeah.
My husband, he left me about a year ago, and I have a little boy, and I want him back. He moved in with his girlfriend. I was wondering if there's a way I can lure him.
You want to lure him back?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Why do you leave you?
He left me because he found another woman.
Found another one, but
Why
you
would
want
you-
him back.
why would you care to have him back?
Wait a minute, Drew. You want to do a little gambling?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Okay. All right. All right, Ice, listen. Ice, did you bring any money?
Yeah, I got a couple dollars.
Okay, get a dollar out. Okay, we're going to gamble on this call. It's a little LoveLine tradition here. All right, look at Ice. I
don't even know what I'm betting on
Oh, wait a
yet
minute.
now.
Ice, you got another dollar for me? I don't have any money. Come on, man. I'm plugging the hell out of this pay-per-view.
What? Oh, I got to give you a
I know,
dollar
I never-
to bet against me. This is a
I know, I
sure lose situation here.
No. You believe me, you got a good chance.
Okay.
You're street philosopher. Thank you. All right. Remember, that is pay-per-view. It is Ice-T's Extreme Babes. There, you got your buck back.
Okay.
All right. Here's the situation. What we try to do on this show with the gambling is we try to figure out what went on in people's past that led them to the predicament that they're in as adults now.
All right.
Now, Margaret was married. Margaret's man basically just skipped out on her.
With another woman.
Took off with another woman. And Margaret wants to try to get him back, wants to lure him back into the relationship, which smacks of something wrong. Because if the woman's feeling good about herself, she should move on.
Right.
This is not a healthy activity.
And it's not even how can I talk some sense into this jerk for leaving his son. It's how can I lure him? How can I manipulate him to come back into this relationship?
Drew, you go first. What is your prediction?
Dad, very abusive dad, probably physically abusive.
Margaret's dad was abusive.
You guys can refine it. It's probably alcoholic thing, but I'll just go physically abusive.
Physical abuse by dad.
Yeah.
No sexual abuse.
No.
Okay.
Definitely not, in my opinion.
Are we talking about her?
Yeah, we're talking about Margaret. Now, what do you think? We're talking about her growing up. Ice. Yeah, I'll give you. I'll make it easy.
I'll just go for low self-esteem. Feels that she really wasn't up to par.
But what caused the low self-esteem? That's the question.
What caused her low self-esteem?
Parents alcoholics, divorce.
Her childhood?
Yeah, her childhood.
Wow, that's too deep for me, Doc.
No, you got something in you.
I can't go. I don't know. I mean, I'm not even going to take it back that far. I'm just going to take it. I just take it to the.
All right, you're going to lose your buck.
Okay, I lost my buck.
Oh, come on.
What caused her?
All right,
to
I'll
have
give
low
you a choice.
self-esteem?
Why don't you just go with like her dad was an alcoholic, or
divorced and
divorced
left.
early or
Left.
something.
Maybe she came from a broken family.
There you go.
Broken
Dad left.
family.
Dad
Broken
left.
family, and she doesn't want to go that route.
Yeah,
either.
no dad.
Right.
Okay, no dad.
That's a good bet.
All right, I'm going with alcoholic dad.
Okay, that's also a good bet.
All right, so you have physically abusive dad. Ice has divorce early, broken family. And this doesn't count if they got divorced when she was like older than 15. This is young divorce.
She knows what it's like to grow up with one parent.
Right, and I'm going with alcoholic.
Probably alcoholic and physically abusive
Okay,
dad.
Margaret.
Yes.
What happened?
Ice-T was wrong.
Okay, but who was right?
Oh, both of you guys were.
Yeah, alcoholic and physically abusive dad.
Oh, really?
Ice-T was the only one that was wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give Ice his buck back. I'm gonna take the buck he lent me, and I'm gonna give Drew his. That's a split, or that's a push. Leave it in the pot. You never know. We may be gambling again. All right. So Margaret, the guy left you for another woman, and you really shouldn't forgive him for that.
No, I can't. It's hard for me too. But
Right. So you shouldn't want him back. You see what we're saying?
Yeah.
And the fact that you come from this chaos, the alcohol, the abuse, that sets you up for this. I mean, that's how come Drew knew. You understand? And that's what's wanting him back. Because if you'd come from Drew's family, you wouldn't be wanting him back. You'd say, this guy's an a-hole, I'm better than this, I'm going to find a better man, and I'm moving on. And if this guy begged to come back a year later, you probably wouldn't take him.
Go to Al-Anon or CODA or Adult Children of Alcoholics.
Well, I'm going through counseling right now.
All right,
Good.
But go to a 12-step group, get a sponsor, and work the steps, and then see how you feel about this a-hole.
Right, and concentrate on your child.
Absolutely.
And concentrate
Make
on
yourself
yourself.
whole so you can be a fully present, empathic mother for this child.
Brilliant. All right, when we come back, we'll talk more to Ice-T. We'll hear something off the new Body Count CD. We'll talk about the pay-per-view and all that stuff. And Ice will get at least $1.50 return on his dollar.
Call me. Don't be afraid, you can call me. Maybe it's late, but you call.
Call 1-800-LOVE-191.
Got your radio. Oh, yeah. LoveLine, we'll be right back. Wash your hands.
Hi, this is Jonathan.
This is David from Korn, and you're listening to LoveLine
with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Ah, the lovely guys from Korn, screaming their way to the top. Good guys. Tonight, our guest is Ice-T. They got a CD. He's got a CD coming out with Body Count in March. I guess about the middle of March. And it's called Violent Demise. And like I said, it ain't out, but we got it. And on that CD is a song, I guess, about O.J. Nicole, you said?
Well, you got to figure out, it's about a guy who used to love his girl.
Oh, okay. So you want to give it a listen, Ice?
Yeah.
I think you heard it before, but this is called I Used to Love Her.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. What do you got to say? I didn't do it.
Me in my back, did my friends, partied in my house, wrecked my Benz. I used to love her. I used to love her. She did me wrong. Now she's gone. Called me a fool. The love I gave to her was all in vain. Now I think it's time to return the pain. I came home one night, she was in my bed with my best friend. Nothing was said. What really pissed me off about all this was she had never even mind. Nothing but the truth, so help you God. I do. How do you plead? Not guilty. Wait a minute. Not guilty? Who you talking about? We got a bloody glove, bloody car, bloody knife, bloody carpet, bloody sock, bloody hand. Call Shapiro. Get Cochran on the line.
I used to love her from Body Count with Ice-T, and that is going to be out in March. Violent Demise is the name of that.
Haunting.
Yeah, had a little.
No, that was. I used to
couldn't
love
tell
her.
they're talking about OJ or Fatty Arbuckle, but somebody done somebody wrong in that song. All right, Ice-T's got himself a little pay-per-view extravaganza going on. It's called Ice-T's Extreme Babes, and like I said, $5.95.
It's a fantasy brought right into your house by me.
Absolutely, and you call at the end and you vote and you go ahead and push your little Ice-T starlet through to the next week, and before you know it, it becomes a national craze.
And the girl that wins, we're going to put her in a movie with Robert De Niro.
Really?
No.
But that's what you told her to get her to take her pants off, right?
Yeah.
All right. Also, Ice-T's got a website. That's www.icet.com.
Yeah, it's on right now. I mean, live sex rooms, and you got also in there. If you're not into sex, which I don't know anybody that I hang out with that's not into sex, but we're gonna have rooms with my music where you can go into the studio, hear new music. You can also go in and look at film clips from new films that we're working on. We got an internet link where you can link up with other psychopaths and talk cool stuff in our own private chat rooms. It's cool.
Right. So no matter what you're into, there's something in it.
Build a bomb.
Something there. Where to buy surplus manure.
It's an underground. It's one of the more provocative underground website pages out there. For people that are demented like myself.
Right.
Once you dial www.icet.com, what do you expect to show up on the screen? It's gonna be bizarre. Believe that.
Right. It's no Smurf sing-along. It's more of a whack-along.
It's more along what can we get along with before they start regulating the internet.
Right.
That's what we're trying.
So it's more of a looting than an actual website.
Yeah.
All right. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. Again, next week, Jon Stewart, Larry Flint, Steve Gutenberg, and the band Cake will be in here. But for now, it is Ice-T. Mike, 20. You're on Loveline.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
I got a certain problem. I'm interested in this one girl, and she's interested in me, but unfortunately she is messing around with one of her ex-boyfriends and another guy. She says it's just, fulfilling her physical needs, but I'm not sure.
Why can't she fulfill those with you?
She says that she says she doesn't know what she's going to do with me. She doesn't know if she wants a relationship or she just wants to be friends.
Or maybe you can just clean her pool on Sundays?
Yeah, basically.
Come on, Mike. What do you mean I don't know what I'm going to do with you? What are you, a gym sock? What do you mean I don't know what I'm going to do with you?
Well, no, we spent some time together, and she says that she's not sure if she wants to have a relationship or just be friends.
Translation, Adam?
She wants to be friends. She wants a shoulder to cry on and someone to talk to when she's tired of having sex with the multitude of other guys she's getting it on with, Mike.
I think she's somebody who needs more than just a shoulder to cry. She needs to have people constantly sort of throwing themselves at her and validating her.
She good looking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little heavy, but yeah.
All right.
A little heavy.
That's all right. You like them that way, don't you, Mike?
Well, I mean, I'm not that much into, physical appearance.
All right, but listen, if you're going to be abused, at least have it done by Fox. That's always been my motto.
Very true.
You don't want some fat chick kicking your ass around. I mean, come on.
Okay.
Anybody can get abused by someone ugly. It takes a real man to get abused by a model. So, I mean, if you're going to take abuse, at least have it be, one of Ice's bitches or something like that. You understand?
Yeah.
Please, Mike, come on. What's going on with you?
Well, yeah, but the problem is she says she can read my mind.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
All right. So she's
But no,
fat and nutty.
Okay, Drew, I know you're skeptical, but I've seen some, evidence of this. I can think about one thing, and she'll pop right in and tell me what I'm thinking.
Right. Listen, when she reads your mind, you know what she sees?
What?
She just sees a big sucker, like on a cartoon.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
That's it. Big lollipop. And she's licking it. You just left with the stick.
Okay.
All right, Mike, come on. You know this is wrong. Go find someone who can commit to you. Go find someone who likes you.
Well, I just moved to a new town. It's kind of
All
hard
right,
to meet
good.
people.
Plenty of new women to make an
Don't
make an
get
attempt
yourself
at.
all wrapped up in a bad situation.
Yeah,
Just keep
especially
moving
the
around.
mind reading stuff. That's like sounds like
you
a
don't-
pimp.
Right.
Yeah.
Sounds like she's doing a reversal of what guys can do to women. It's like, I put you in this little zone. You can stay there. You'll be okay. I don't know what I want to do with you, but I can read your mind. And,
Yeah.
And just hang them out there. And she's a player.
Don't be so naive.
Okay.
Come on, Mike.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with you. Go find yourself a woman.
Okay, great.
Plus, once you get put into this category with a woman, see, a lot of guys do this and a lot of women do this. They get put into this category. You wait here. I'm going to have sex, and then when I'm done, you can come in and mop up the room.
Well, she's a player, though. I mean,
Right.
She's got guys here, guys there. She likes him. She puts him in a position. She's playing. Now, if you know that and it's cool with you, that's all right. But he wants her, and you
Right.
can't really...
But she will always look at him as this dude, this sucker, this sap who's sitting around waiting for her.
Oh, yeah, when a woman tells you, I can read your mind, you say, what the hell are you talking about? You can't read my mind. That's like, I control you.
Right.
I know you.
Right. All right, you scare me, Ice.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
right. But when a girl is doing it to a guy, that's...
Right.
They can't get away
I'll give
with
you.
that.
I'll give you a little example. When I was trying to get into radio a couple of years back, they had an opening for a phone op for the morning show. Pays $5 an hour, and basically everyone just comes by and craps on you. And I said to my buddy Jimmy, who was working at the station, I said maybe I ought to take the job to get in. I could get in. I could answer the phones. I could this and that. He said, don't do it. I said, how come? I could get in. He said, they'll always look at you like a phone op. You're taking this crappy position, and that's the way you're going to be looked at. It's Adam the phone op. And for Mike, it is Mike the whipping boy. You understand? It is Mike the guy who's willing to sit around while I get it on with two other guys. Don't establish that. Start fresh. All right. We'll come back. We'll talk more to Ice.
Now the LoveLine weather report for the nation. Mostly neurotic throughout the Southwest. There'll be some scattered indiscretions around the Great Salt Lake.
LoveLine's phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191.
LoveLine will be right back. So you've got a couple of minutes to go catch something.
All right, Ice-T is our guest tonight. Besides Body Count coming out with a CD, Violent Demise in March, he's got the pay-per-view special, Ice-T's Extreme Babes, and he's got the website, www.icet.com. All fun for you and your penis.
It's love.
It's love. Love the one you're with, and if that's yourself, and it's a lonely night, then tune into Ice's pay-per-view special and love yourself.
Yep.
And 25.
Hello. I just had a question. I kind of want your opinion on something. I've done some research about getting breast implants, and I wanted to know what you thought of them.
We're all for them.
Are you? No, seriously, do you think they look really fakey, or is it something that...
Well, here's the situation, and this is just my opinion, but as you know, if you listen to the show, I speak for all men and half the women. That was Adam West, by the way, talking about bosoms. The situation is this. 10 years ago, here's what guys want. Guys want, and here's what everyone wants. Breasts are like cars, meaning, and here's what I'm saying. If you got yourself a car and no one else has it, then it's bitching, and everyone looks at you when you're driving down the street, and everyone wants one. But if everybody has that car, even if it's the coolest car in the world, then it don't mean anything anymore because everyone's got one. And this is what goes on with the breasts. 10 years ago, not that many people had the breast jobs, and guys could care less. Big boobs are big boobs. They got the fake ones. It's a novelty. It's great. Hell, a lot of guys just wanted to see what it felt like or what it was like to be with someone that had them. Now a lot of women have them, and there's a little bit of a backlash, a little rebellion. Guys going back to the natural side. I see it in the porn industry because, I'm a fan of the breasts. I go to the big bust. I go to the big top section when I go to the video stores, and now they have the all-natural section.
Do they?
Yeah, they do. These aren't no silicone here, gents. Big, natural, juicy breasts, just like God made them. I'm not sure if God had a hand in the actual porno shoot, but at least the breast part he had a hand in. So the deal is this: there's little there's a little bit of a rebellion going on, but if you get a real good job, you can't necessarily tell. Now, here's the key to a good job: don't go bigger than the skin will allow. You know what I mean? I mean, if you're flat-chested and you try to go to a double D, everyone's going to know. If you're a C and you want to go up to a D, no one's got to know. You know what I'm saying, Ann?
Right.
What are you now?
Not even an A.
All right, so you got nothing.
Yeah.
But you just want something.
Right.
So my advice is don't go for the C or the D.
Well, I've already talked to a doctor, and I was happy with between an A and a B.
Right. So
But
you
I didn't know how, I mean, I know that you lose sensation and things like that. I've gone through all of that. I've talked to women who had silicone and problems and ones who haven't.
You're going to have saline, though, right?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
You probably get a discount on the silicone, though. They got a whole warehouse full of that.
So, I mean, this is a common procedure. Women that get this done are very happy. I mean, the decisions you have to make really are where it's going to be placed. Is it going to be
I'd
under
go for the chest.
Is it going to be under the
gonna be
muscle?
under the muscle.
Yeah, under the muscle. Are you going to go through the armpit to get in, or perioreolar?
Well, that was another question that I had. I mean, what in your opinion would leave less scarring?
Well, look, they've got that pretty well perfected now. I mean, whether they go through the arm or around the areola, the scar is virtually unnoticeable.
All right, Ann.
I have some.
Would you
I have
be
some.
able to go
I've
around the nipple and put it under the muscle?
It's.
That was.
If I understand, that's a more difficult way to do it.
That's what I understood
yeah.
also.
And I have some friends who are plastic surgeons that swear the under the armpit, under the muscle is the only way to go, and I have guys that swear that the perioreolar on top of the muscle is the only way to go, or at least perioreolar.
What's Dr. Marcel
He is into
think?
the perioreolar thing.
Is the okay, I got to talk about Dr. Marcel for a second here. And
But you've got to make your decisions. Look at the plastic surgeon's book. They usually have a book of their work. And
this is what I want to get hold of. I want one of these plastic surgeons books.
About that. And make your decision, and just look upon it. Take it very seriously, and consult with the physicians. And it is a surgery. You know, it has its own risks, the anesthesia, and the infection, and bleeding, and whatnot. But it's a common procedure these days, and most women that have it done, if they research it properly, are quite satisfied with it.
All right, and here's what I want to talk about. Dr. Marcel, who's a friend of Dr. Drew's, and he'll fill in once in a while when Dr. Drew's on one of his many vacations because he don't like to work. And he knows he's good, and he can get away with it. Now, Dr. Marcel comes in here, and Dr. Marcel's a big-time plastic surgeon. Now, see, Dr. Drew looks like a doctor. He's got the glasses, he's got the shirt buttoned up, the hair, the funky part way over in the, Fort Lauderdale, coming all the way over the side and whatnot. He looks like a doctor. Dr. Marcel, plastic surgeon, looks like a pit boss from Vegas. This guy comes, got a big rope, gold chain bracelet. He's chain smoking. Really, there's a whole. The plastic surgeons are the pimps and the swingers of the doctor world, because
they make it happen.
They're doctors, but they're busy lengthening penises and making women with the big cans and doing the liposuction and collagen injection. They are the pimps of the doctor world.
Plus, they also got the action at doing it for free or giving a deal. If they want to certain women.
Absolutely.
So they get action.
And train a little sex for a breast enlargement?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's what Dr. Marcel will do. But he'll only do one breast because he has morals. Jason, 24.
Yes, how you guys doing tonight?
Good.
I have two questions for ICE. In May of last year, I went to Europe, and I was in London and Amsterdam, and I saw body count was in London, and when I was in Amsterdam, I happened to see Ice-T and a group of his friends walking down the street, and it was raining, but I couldn't talk to him. And I want to congratulate you on your success, and my question is, what did you think about Europe?
European vacation. Well, we've been going over to Europe. I've been making records 14 years. In the second year I started making records, I started going over there doing Ice-T. And I get a real good response over there. It's like on the rap tip, they look at rap as like black folk music. It's information about L.A. and the United States that they're not getting off the news, Yeah, so they dig us. They respect us. They read the lyrics out of the record labels, and I enjoy it over there. I mean, we sell a lot of records. I sell more records worldwide than I actually sell in the United States. So I'm always traveling. As a matter of fact, on the 25th, I'm going over there to do a European promotional tour for Body Count. So we have fun over there. You love Amsterdam, don't you?
Oh yeah, I loved Amsterdam.
Yeah.
My second question was, what keeps you motivated with all these? You have all these different projects and always something new going on.
Well, I'm just normal, man. I just enjoy doing stuff, and it's kind of like I'm in a position where very few people are. I mean, I'm doing all. It's like I started out just rapping, and then I had a group of friends that played instruments, and I said, hey, let's make this band, and it just happened to hit, and somebody came to me and said, would you like to be in a movie? And yeah, you know, and I did it, and people liked it, and you want to do it? Yeah, you know, I'm like, really what it is like, I come from a background with no opportunity. And when you start getting opportunities, if you turn them down, I feel like you jinx yourself, you know? So I'm the kind of person, I'm one of my mottos is I'm not turning down nothing but my collar, and I keep that up. As long as I think I'll have fun, I'll go for it. I'll try. I might fail on some of this stuff. Just, you know, I just go for it. And that's what keeps me motivated. Just the fun, and also knowing that a lot of people that came from my background don't have action at this kind of stuff. So I got to excel when I do get this action, you know. So, you know, I'm pushed like that.
All right, Jason?
Thanks a lot.
Yeah,
Right.
I came... my hobby is napping and preparing for naps, so I don't have the same motivation. But I you know what I was thinking about? I was thinking about food. I come from a family where food was kind of scarce.
Right.
And we were, you know, pretty poor, but not so poor that we couldn't afford food. It was just my mom was lazy. She didn't do any cooking, and she just had the refrigerator was filled with crap. I mean, there was nothing to eat. Nothing to eat. Now I got some money. I got a job and all that, and I go out to eat. And if the guy across from me is not finished with his beef dip, I'm eating it. I'm saying, hey, you don't throw that away.
Right.
I may be full, and I may have enough money to buy myself another thing, but I don't care because I got this in my head from my upbringing that you don't waste these opportunities, you don't throw away food, and you don't do this. And you're talking about coming up the way you came up.
Well, once you get to work, and then say, for instance, you get yourself in a position where you're all right, but you got a lot of friends, they need help, they need jobs. You know, they're looking at you now. You're the man, you know? So you got to keep going. And so by me creating a lot of different jobs, I'm able to employ a lot of my different friends and different things. And, you know, it's cool. I'm having fun. You know, I'm having fun.
Was your drummer one of the guys you started with? The very beginning?
Went to high school with him
my God.
and everything. But, I mean, that was a different kind of death. I mean, I've kind of gotten used to a lot of my friends dying out here in the streets and things like that. And that's just, you know, part of coming from, you know, South Central Los Angeles, you know, the kind of dealing with the reality of old age is being a fantasy, you know, but right now, you know, just to be able to, like this stuff I'm doing right here, people say, well, dang, you're a star, you're here, you're on time, but I mean, I know this is action, man. To me, this is action. You're helping me, I'm doing my thing, and I don't laugh at this stuff. I'm serious about it.
All right. Well, since you showed up on time, I will help you with your stuff. Ice-T's Extreme Babes. It's a pay-per-view special. You vote at the end with the 800 number, and it's only $5.95.
And you get to pick a girl and help her out.
Right.
In her career.
Yeah, says she's going to make a film with De Niro and possibly Redford after that, depending on how much BS Ice told her before he plucked her up off the street. All right. Drew, you got a call or what are we doing?
We're going to commercial.
Okay, we got to go to break. We'll come back. We'll wrap it up and wrap down with Ice-T.
And a quick check of the out-of-town scoreboard. Wow, what the hell are they on about tonight? As usual, I have no idea what they're...
Call LoveLine, 1-800-LOVE-191. LoveLine, we'll be right back.
All right, just talking international affairs with Ice-T. Ice-T, thank you very much for coming on the show tonight. We do appreciate it.
Thank you. It's fun.
You come back anytime you like. You don't have to have anything to hawk. You don't live that far from here. You come on and hang out.
I get lost every time I come.
I know, this place is a bitch to find, but we'll leave a little trail of popcorn so you can find us next time. All right, the pay-per-view is called Ice-T's Extreme Babes. You can find it all over the place. Call your local cable operator if you can't. It's only $5.95. You get to vote at the end, and really, masturbation never was so cheap. It really was. $5.95. Come on, your penis is worth it.
Yeah.
Ice-T also has a website that is www.icet.com, and it's cutting edge. It's freaky. You can do whatever you want with this, and get it before the feds close it down.
That's what we're saying. Get it before they shut us down.
All right. Also, Body Count. It's got a CD coming out in March. It's called Violent Demise, and look for that coming up in a couple of months. All right. What have I missed? Jon Stewart next week. Larry Flint. The list goes on. Ice-T, thank you again.
Hey, thank you, man.
And until next time, this is Sam Kroll for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
That's it, boys and girls. Good night.
You've been listening to LoveLine.
The opinions expressed on LoveLine, especially by Adam Carolla,
are not necessarily those of the staff, management, or sponsors.
Or even the character voices.
LoveLine, produced by Ann Wilkins for Westwood One Entertainment. Copyright 1996. So don't even think it.